You know what? I thought I'd bring you out on one of my walks today, and hopefully my dog follows me. So, I thought I'd do this video, and I've been wanting to do it for quite some time, because like we talk about, you know, alcohol, sugar, and all these things, gluten and stuff, in many industries, as if it's like the most awfulest thing on earth. But really, when it comes down to it, there's something else that's actually going on. And I love to talk about things in like such a positive way. And the thing is, it needs to be positive, right? It needs to be positive. But we have to start to recognise what's not positive and what's holding us back. Because it's the things that aren't positive that are holding us back. So hello, it's a hashtag live, hashtag replay. Yeah, and just come and say hello anyway. Hey Vicky! So I've always wanted to do this video because like there's a lot of like bad rap on like sugar and stuff like that. Sugar, gluten, oh my god, it's just so horrible, right? And then we feel like really bad. So like every time we may eat something, do you resonate with this, right, as well? Every time you eat something, you feel a bit crap. Do you know what I mean? Because like the emphasis that's been put on it makes us feel that way. Like it's the emphasis that is put on it. And I remember seeing a beautiful Kelly Louise's post about money, and that money isn't energy. It's the value and the worth that we put on it. And it's the same with food as well. It's the value and the worth that we actually put on it. So for instance, when we're talking about, say, guilt, shame and blame, which is one of the things that I really want to get rid of, is that those things actually feed into any cycles that are going on within us. They actually keep us where we are. This is not to trigger anyone, and if I am triggering anyone, right, I really want you to understand where triggering comes from and understand as to why you're being triggered. Because triggering actually comes from a memory that we've had from maybe a kid, someone's told us something, and then what happens is we hear someone say something and all of a sudden we go, who does she think she is? Telling us about ourselves, telling us how we should eat and how we should live our lives. Have you ever done that before? I have. Loads of times. I've done that so many times. Who resonates with that, right? You know, I always say, like, if someone's telling me anything about health, who do they think that they are telling me? And that's my triggering. I know that I've been triggered by a memory that happened to me maybe when I was about between the ages of 7 and 4. 4 and 7, sorry. Get it mixed up. But that's what happens, right? And we go through life with this triggering over and over and over again. So when we're trying to, you know, let go of things like alcohol, gluten, sugar, etc., and we're saying to ourselves, you know what, that's really bad. That's bad. I feel bad. Then what happens is that hold on, I've got poor connection. I'll start walking back. When we say that things are like really bad, I got lost then, didn't I? When we say that things are really bad, we're then just triggering the guilt and the shame and the blame again, which keeps us where we are. So if you're the type of person who's going, I want better health, we all do, you know, I want to feel amazing. Who doesn't want to feel amazing, right? I want to be happy. Who doesn't want to be happy, yeah? We all want to be happy. And what's happening is we've got our business and life over here. Can you see my fingers? Over here. And on the opposite side, we've got our health over here. Right? So our business and life is here. And our health is here. And we need to bridge the gap between both business and life and health. Now, I always say in the business and life world, we're happy to hear about our mindset is holding us back. But if I mention it, anything to do with health, sometimes we'll find that we are triggered by it because maybe we've had a bad experience, maybe we've had an eating disorder, maybe someone has forced us to do something that we didn't want to do. But it will always be triggering this memory, always be triggering this narrative. And that's why we then go, don't listen to them. How can they tell us what to do? Is anyone resonating with this so far? I hope you are. I hope I'm not spouting a load of crap. But a lot of the time that appears in our gut. A lot of the time our gut is not really happy. And our gut is our second brain. So besides having our brain, and a lot of emotions can actually play a part in how we feel in our body, our gut equally does the same. So if our gut ain't happy, you can bet your bottom dollar you may feel depressed, you may feel anxious, you may feel like you're literally losing your shit on a day. Does that resonate? Right? Let me know if that resonates. So you may want to feel more energized. You may want to have better sleep. You may want to feel at ease in yourself. You may want to just feel alright, do you know what I mean, on a daily basis. Everyone wants to just feel alright, right? I'm having to look at my notes now as I'm talking about this. Because sometimes these narratives, these things that are playing over and over again, they're what have been told to us as we're growing up. Well-meaning people, sometimes they're scared themselves. So they give us information that keeps us equally scared. And the body wants to feel safe. It's actually built for security. It's built so it keeps itself safe. So whenever we find that we're procrastinating, whenever we find that we're struggling with going in the direction that we need to be going in, you can bet your bottom dollar that your body, even though it wants to go in that direction, your brain will keep triggering a narrative that keeps going over again to keep you where you are. So in the case of health in particular, because obviously I deal with a lot of health and I deal with business and stuff like that. In the case of health, let's say, what happens is when you get triggered by something, it stops you from doing the thing that you really want to do. So you might be telling yourself, oh, you know what, I really want to give up alcohol, I'm fed up of having it anymore, right? But underneath that will be a narrative, well, you might be boring if you did that. Oh no, no one else doesn't drink. I'll be the only one, I'll be left out. If it comes to gluten, oh, you know what, I really don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat, don't know what to do. If it's to say, not just gluten, if it's sugar, oh my god, I can't find any recipes for that. It's really hard. And these are things that we're telling ourselves. They're the things. It's not the sugar. It's not the gluten. It's what we're telling. And this is not to be critical. I'm going to be really honest here. This is not starting to beat yourself up, because that leads you back into the same pattern. This is about looking at ourselves really objectively and going, you know what, I actually did that. You know what, I did that. How do I change it? I did that, but I can move on from it. How do I change it? It's not about beating yourself up, because it's beating yourself up that keeps you in the loop. Your body and your brain, oh my god, your mind wants to do that. Your mind wants to go, well, you know what, if you didn't do that, then your brain, it's almost like, because it wants to keep you safe. The amount of times I've told myself something, just to keep myself safe, it's almost like, some amazing lady said it was almost like I was gaslighting myself, and then going, oh, but it's okay in the end. But the thing is, it's just, all that we're doing is just learning to be us. That we're just learning to be more in tune with our body and what our body needs and wants, right? I could easily spat out a load of stuff about, health and stuff like that, but I want people to see that it's not about the calories in, the calories out. It's about the narrative. It's not about the health industry and what they're perpetuating towards us. It's the narrative. It's always been the narrative. And the narrative will get triggered over and over and over again until we start to understand what the narrative is actually saying. What do you need? Do I need love? Do I need security? Do I need safety? What is going to make me feel amazing? Right? How do I keep myself feeling safe but still look after me? Because there's so many women that have the business, but their health and their body is in abject pain, but won't do anything about it because the narrative is going over and over and over again. Don't listen to her. She's trying to tell you what to do with your own body and your own health. Right? And that's the narrative. It's not the health industry. Never has been. It's always been the narrative. That's always kept us where we are. And until we understand the narrative, then we can look at those things and go, oh, okay, they're just talking about something that they believe in. And they believe in that, and that's okay, but I'm going to do my own thing over here. So, as I said, if I've triggered anyone today, I do apologise, right? But remember, the triggering is the narrative. The triggering is the old memory. The triggering is the memory before you even met me, before even I did this video today. It happened when you were about 7 years old. It's back then. It's not now. And that's what's playing out over and over again. And that's what stops us from changing, you know, coming off the alcohol, coming off the gluten, coming off the sugar. So it could be in abject pain, but the narrative is playing in the background. So I hope that makes total sense for today. And you know what? If you sense that it is for you, come to my free masterclass, because I know how hard it is to find the ingredients or, you know, the recipes or anything like that, and also to be able to learn more about this and how you can work on this on a day-to-day basis as well. I'll need to find my dog. She's not ran off. But yeah, come to the links below, wherever you can see it, and come along to it. Oh, bless you, Vicky. Really needed to hear this today. Thank you. You are most welcome, beautiful. You know what? And no, you're such an amazing person. All of you are, and that's what I really want you to understand. Because the narrative will make you think different. And once you understand what the narrative's saying, then you will literally move mountains, and you will change just so wonderfully. You will change so wonderfully, and you'll start looking at stuff and going, okay, that doesn't suit me anymore. Why is it that I need it? Is it because someone else told me that I need to do? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I wasn't expecting to come on and actually talk about, like, really go deep into that, but I felt like it really needed to say. If you are just starting to watch this now, go back to the beginning, watch it again, because when you understand what's actually going on in terms of the narrative, you can change the narrative by two ways. Well, possibly more than that. But in the gut, so if the gut's upset in any way, or if there's anything else going on in the gut, because I'm going to talk about that in the masterclass, there's something else that's in our gut that could be upsetting it as well, then look at, you know, repairing the gut, because they make the narrative sound louder. The other thing as well is to look at where the narrative's coming from in our mindset. I'm not saying I'm immune to this, people, right? Because I have to do the work too. It happens to me also. But oh, sorry, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Right, I better go. Bye.